Hi everybody. Minnesota definitely feels a lot emptier with the Super Bowl not being present any longer. First of all, a big congratulations to Bo Allen of the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the big game on the defensive line. Great job. Our community in Minnetonka is very proud of you coming out of Minnetonka High School. Here we go with the questions, and actually the first comes from Candace in Bloomington. She writes in, Congressman Paulson, as one of 1.3 million supporters of the National Parks Conservation Association, I ask that you support the National Park Legacy Act. Supporting this legislation is the correct way to deal with the repair backlog in our national parks. I grew up going to our national parks with my family. It was an affordable vacation for a young family, and we should preserve this tradition for all children's families. Please help protect America's national parks for the benefit of this and future generations by doing everything you can to ensure this bill moves forward. Thanks, Candace. Candace, actually, thanks also for writing. A lot of folks don't realize, but there is a backlog in our national parks to the tune of about 30 years worth of $12 billion. It's exactly what that bill would help support. I am a co-author of the bill that provides dedicated funding over the next 30 years of $12 billion to make sure we're preserving visitor centers, trails, bridges, roads, all the infrastructure in our national parks to make sure that we have a continued crown jewels for our children and others to visit over the next generation, of course, in our national parks. Next up is a tweet that came in from Edina, and this gentleman says, if tax reform is so great, why did you make personal single-digit cuts temporary and the massive double-digit corporate tax cuts permanent? This whole thing is a short-term buy-off to con voters. Actually, thanks for the tweet. Nothing could be further from the truth. The reason that we actually had to do the individual rates for a shorter period of time was because of these arcane rules in the Senate that we had to abide by within the House. So while the permanent rates are there for employers, both businesses large and small, to give certainty, predictability, which is why you're seeing so many bonuses and paycheck increases, wages rising, savings plans being boosted, healthcare costs being paid for by companies, is they can count on that in the future. I'm absolutely confident that we'll see the same exact thing happen on the individual side for those rates as well. Now that we're beyond those Senate rules, there's already steps being taken to have legislation to make sure we fix that as well. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, your ideas. Continue to reach out anytime on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, of course, on the web at paulson.house.gov.